Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a monthly roundup. We are at the end of March, so we're taking a look at products that I liked, that I have updates for, and my empties for the month. There's not too much to talk about this month. I am in a little bit of I don't wear makeup enough to really have some favorites of things that I use all the time, because I am also buying makeup and I want to try it out and test it out. So I have some staples and I have some updates on new things that I bought and I have thoughts on. So that's what we're gonna talk about today. Let's start by favorites, and we start with nails, because I don't talk about it a lot on my channel, but I am a fan of colored nail polish, and mainly Essie. I buy Essie, I love their formula. I have a lot of them. And for the transition to the new season, to spring, I have been reaching for the same shades over and over again. And surprise there, it's greens. So these are the three nail polishes that really stole my heart this month. This guy right here is the shade Gelato, and it is down to here, and using nail polish this much is quite impressive. The color of this nail polish is spring, sunny, beautiful. It's a little bit more acidic than a really pastel pale yellow, so it's also not like that obvious. The thing with this is that the formula is not the most opaque, so I do need 3 coats for it. Maybe that justify how much I've used it, but this is something I reach for every single spring and multiple times during the season, which I cannot say for all of my nail polish colors. Another nail polish that I feel like I would wear pretty much exclusively for the season if I didn't have any other thousands of nail polishes that I want to use and I like, is this guy right here. This is Cacti on the Prize, and it looks so boring. It looks so maybe even ugly. I think they had described it as like a green toned beige. To me, this is the warm sage that I've always looked for. A sage color often has a little bit of blue in there that I don't prefer on my complexion because I have warm tones, and this one is the perfect pale but no pastel sage color for me. It is moody enough and beigey gray enough that it's not a sunny day, only sunny day type of nail polish like Gelato is. This one works well also in the gray days of spring for me, at least for my mood. So I can't speak high enough of this. I think I've used it 3 times in a row, which for me is a lot because I tend to change my nail polish every time. And for the nails of this today that I did a few days ago, I really had to go and pick something else out because otherwise I was gonna wear this one again. And I need to police myself for that. But I love it. This is Essie Cacti on the Prize. And then I pulled this guy out after my haul in retrospect of this month. And this is Willow in the Wind. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I'll like it. I put it on. The color of new leaves, it gave me so much joy that I needed to mention it. I worn it only once because I pulled it out that day, but it really made me happy, so I thought I would mention it. What also makes me happy is I finally transferred my nail polish collection from a box to the top drawer of my dresser in the bedroom, so that I can actually reach all my nail polishes and see them and not have to do like a selection every month. It's not as ideal as my beautiful stands that I had in the previous setup, but here I'm sitting in front of a window, and in summer this is a sauna. We always close the blinds in summer because the sun hits here from like 1 p.m. to 8 or 9 p.m. It's really, really warm here, and if I would put my nail polishes, I was thinking of putting them on a shelf, on that wall, but they would be in the sun all the time, and that's not great. I'm already a bit nervous about it for my perfumes. So it's a progress, and those are the 3 nail polishes I've been really loving in the past month. discovery that I opened recently, but I bought some time ago, is the Lime Crime Bushy Brow Stronghold Gel. I have the shade Brownie. I've shown it to you in a few Get Ready With Me's in the past weeks. And this is a bit like the Dip Brow Gel by Anastasia Beverly Hills, but the brush is much smaller and much more precise. And it's like teeny tiny, but quite long. So you actually really get nicely into the brows, and it doesn't take too long because it's not super small. And it feels like a pomade, a little bit more runny than that, so that it coats your hair nicely. But if I angle the spoolie and touch my skin, it will also give me a little bit of color there, as if I would fill in and make brush strokes with the brush. And together with the pen from Lime Crime, these are like my perfect brow duo. As I said, I use the shade Brownie, but they have multiple different ones. And Lime Crime recently reduced all of their prices by 30% because they said they didn't need to have them that high. I don't know. And they're often on sale for me on Douglas, or I think you can find them on Look Fantastic. I'll leave a link in the description box below. Favorite, but keeps on being a favorite, and I just keep wanting to wear it, so I need to talk about it, is the Fenty Beauty Ease Drops. I have shade 5. It's what I have on today, and it's just so easy to apply. It does a great job during the day. It does not make me look dry or oily, and it just works very well. Has a light coverage, but enough for me to look perfected. I just really like it. And since I am on a mission to finish my Backstage foundation, I had neglected the rest of my bases a little bit, and I pulled this one out again because the color is a little bit light for me, so I want to use it now before I actually go outside and get some color, because then it's gonna be looking even worse. And I'm actually thinking of buying a shade up so that I can wear it during the summer. But we'll see, because I have a foundation coming in, and I still have the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer that is instead a little bit warmer, a little bit darker than this one. So I might need to finish that one in the summer instead of buying a new one of these. We will see. Another favorite is the MAC Luster Glass lipstick in Posh Fit. I've shown it to you also on a Get Ready With Me, but to me this one is a new and improved version of the Luster lipsticks. And well, it is, not to me, it is a new and improved version of the Luster lipsticks by MAC. I have a few of them, and comparing the formula is really different. This one is emollient and juicy, shiny looking, whereas the other ones have more, the luster comes more from, it feels like a shimmer almost, rather than just a beautiful formula. So I love it. The color is new, and it's this perfect my lips but better for me. I've actually been looking, because there's sales, to purchase other colors, and I haven't yet pinpointed another color, but I love this formula so much that I would definitely buy more. I'm thinking of getting like a nice bright orange for summer, but I still need to figure out. I'd actually love to go to the city to swatch them and then just decide which one to get. Then we move on to a disappointing product, an update kind of. I am decluttering my Rose Inc Skin Enhanced Luminous Tinted Serum in the shade 040. I've used it a bit. You can see how fast it goes actually, and unfortunately the shade is not the right one for me. It's too light and a little bit too neutral, and it just didn't sit super well on my skin. I just didn't look, or I didn't look as good during the day as I look with my Fenty one. It faded away. You didn't really see that it faded away, but it faded away a bit too much, and it starts with a a sheer coverage and it's a skin serum, it's all fine. I like actually light coverage, but it was either too little or it didn't stay well enough for me on my skin. It made me look a little bit oilier than I like to be, and I just overall, I decided I didn't want to finish it. That is a little bit what spurred me to declutter it. And I've had this only month or two, and I've used it a little bit, so I'm putting this one on my Vinted if anybody is interested. It's just, I don't know, it was not for me, and it was too light for me as well. So that one's decluttered, and it's a declutter on the go because I don't want to save it for when I do a big declutter, because someone can still get use out of it now that it's pretty much new. An update on the Huda Beauty concealer. It's an ongoing testing situation. Today I went in with a wet sponge and I've been setting it, not setting it. I don't think this is the one for me, unfortunately. I like the color. It's what I'm wearing today. I think this is not emollient enough, and it's a bit too heavy for me, or too full coverage for me. It's not what I'm looking for. I think what I actually am looking for is something like the Nabla one, but I have the wrong shade. I have the shade cream beige and it's too dark for me, so I can't really use it. But this one is a much sheerer and creamier concealer. No, it's not necessarily, wait, it's not necessarily sheerer. Like, you can get the coverage with it. But if you compare to the Huda Beauty one, it's thinner consistency. Let's put it that way. It's thinner consistency and more creamy. Feels more emollient, looks less visible on the skin. And I think it's the one that I actually need to purchase a lighter shade of. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to mix, and which is what annoys me the most about Nabla, is just get more shades, please. They only have, I think, 8-10 shades of concealer, I'm not sure. Just not enough, and I'd like to have the right shade for me. So I think that's a bit what is happening for me. I'm gonna keep trying this, but this might be decluttered as well, because I don't need more concealers to finish. They last too long for me, and I already have the Clio Makeup one that I like, and is even a little bit lighter than the in terms of texture than the Huda Beauty. So yeah, updates not the best ones, but it is what it is. And now we can very quickly actually move on to my empties. I mentioned in my Project Pan update that I finished, I used a Sephora hand mask. It was part of my Project Pan, finish all my masks, face masks, hand masks, the ones that are in sheets. So this one is done. It's nice. It's the third one that I use or so. I just, right now, it doesn't fit really in my lifestyle. I finished these Vella In Vigo Color Brilliance for fine or normal hair shampoo and conditioner. These were sent to me for review and I like them. They worked well. They give me volume. They protect my hair color. The smell is a little bit smelly, or as in it has a perfume and it's just not the one that I love. How to explain it, to be honest? I don't know. It just smells like shampoo and conditioner. Just not... Did you see that? Embarrassing. I don't know if I'm gonna leave this in the video. I don't know. It smells like conditioner and shampoo, but not in a fruity or tropical or whatever way. Moving on. I am throwing away these Balea Beauty Effect eye gel pads. I've had these for 4 years and I have not finished them, and they are expired. They expired in August 2020, and when I went to like use them. They were clearly, like I read the expiration date and I didn't use them. It says clearly the expiration date on there, so I am getting rid of them. Some people love them. They're like holy grails. They're a drugstore, German drugstore brand, so very inexpensive, individually packaged, which is very nice, not for the environment but for the longevity of them. But I didn't manage to use them up in the time that they were valid. I finished the Christophe Robin, is it French? I'm not sure. Probably, because it says Scrub Lavant Purifiant. So pure cleansing, purifying scrub with sea salt. This was a mini that was in a beauty box. I already purchased the full size from Look Fantastic. You'll see that, and there's a link to that on my beauty haul, because it was discounted from 40 euros to 15. And I thought it was a great deal because I like this. I use it once a week and before my shampoo to give my scalp a little of a stimulus and scrubby scrub, and it's not too harsh. It's salt based, so it dissolves nicely, it comes out of your hair. I've had scrubs that left particles in my hair. I don't know what it was, more like sandy particles instead of something that dissolves. This one dissolves but still scrubs, really good. Smells really nice, really of the like spa, really like it. So I purchased the full size of that. I finished the Caudalie Vinopure moisturizing mattifying fluid. I received also this for testing, and this was a little bit too little hydration for me to mattifying, and I have a bit of an issue with having a mattifying moisturizer because I don't need to be matte at night, so I can slather on whatever moisturizer. During the day I want to maybe keep my skin or my oils at bay, but then I use a sunscreen, and this one does not have a sunscreen, so I could only use it on dark rainy days that I would not leave the house. And there were a lot of those, luckily, in this winter, and having small babies and everything, so I finished it, but not my favorite. I will not be purchasing this one. I finished a sample of the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow primer, and I did not see any added value to my makeup with it. I used it 3 times, couldn't tell, and honestly I'm not a person who uses primers, but I haven't had it there, and I was trying to figure out what was going on with the status of my skin, if I needed more hydration, this and that, so meh, wouldn't purchase. I finished the Glow Recipe Guava Vitamin C Bright Eye Gel Cream. This is a 5 ml deluxe size sample, and it was part of a Christmas set that I bought from Cult Beauty. I like the packaging a lot. It's in a pump. I think most of their products are in a pump, except for some of their moisturizers. Nothing special. I don't think I would repurchase. I am now back to my Origins ginseng, and I like it better because it has a little bit of a brightening factor. It feels a little bit more hydrating to my under eye. So well, I'm happy I had a mini to try because I was very curious, and it's a very nice lightweight cream. It's just not like I would have loved it 5 years ago. Loved it in my 20s, and now in my 30s I feel like I need a little bit more than this. That is the conclusion. I finished my Colourpop brow gel. This was part of my project pan. Liked it, has fibers. The color is a little bit too cool for me because I need to warm up my brows due to the fact that I color my hair in a warm red brown, let's say. Inexpensive, does what it needs to be. Good one and done product because indeed with the fibers it fills up your brows nicely. Yeah, I wouldn't order from Colourpop for it, but if I would be making a Colourpop order and I needed no, I would not. I would still get the Lime Crime instead, but it's a good product overall. I like the Lime Crime one better. My final empty has been empty for some time. and I discussed this in my whole video of this month as well. I am finally tossing my Dolce & Gabbana Italian Zest perfume. I had kept a few little spritzes for reference because this is my favorite perfume to date. I love the zestiness of it. I don't love how not long lasting it is. It didn't last a very, very long time on me, and that's, I hear, is a problem with the D&G light blue in general, but I just really love the scent. So I'm sad to let it go, but now that I spritzed it on me recently, and it's been turning, and I've had this since 2018, so it's just time to let it go. It's been sitting in the sun and almost empty for quite some time. And that was the last empty of this video. Quite a quick one, which I don't mind. I don't know if you do. I tend to talk a lot anyways during my videos, and sometimes being under 20 minutes, even though my timer says 21 minutes and a half, might help. Maybe editing out my bloopers will be bringing me under 20 minutes. Anyways, thank you so much for watching the video and hanging out with me. Let me know what your favorites or fails of the month were down below. And I will see you in my next video, which is probably this makeup look and fundamental discussions on this eyeshadow palette. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.